1-2. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Glenelg Baseball Club. We are due to commence the pre-game introductions at 1:15, which is about 10 minutes away. Test 1, test 2. Can you hear me down the third base line? Test 1, test 2. Yeah, okay, thumbs up.
I'll ring him.
Okay, we might get started early. Who's agreeable with that? Checking the Marlins are ready? Are the Giants ready? Cool, all right. Spacequake is always ready. Okay, just going to go live with the stream. We'll let you know in about 10 seconds. Well, good day, baseball fans, and welcome to the Glenelg Baseball Club for the gold medal game of the 2023 Australian Junior League Championships. Coming up, a match between the Adelaide Marlins and the Wanneroo Giants. Firstly, we'd like to introduce our umpiring crew. Please make them welcome. Home plate umpire Mike Sherwood, first base umpire Oliver Thacker, and third base umpire Sean Bourne.
Please thank our umpires today and all the umpires that have been with us through this tournament. What we're going to do is introduce both sides in batting order, starting with the visiting team, the Adelaide Marlins. Leading off, number 16, Campbell Hodgetts. Batting 2, number 62, Harlan King. Batting 3 at right field, number 4, Owen Kuzner. At 4, playing first base, number 29, Tommy Bird. At 5, playing second base, number 2, Theo McWhinney Wong. Batting 6, the starting pitcher, number 55, Lachlan Jessup. He's warming up, along with the catcher, number 39, Harvey Cox. Batting 8, number 3, Kyan Tafui. Batting 9, centre fielder, number 88, Archie Carman. Batting 10 at third base, number 17, Jack Wilton. Batting 11, number 60, Rylan Halupka. Batting 12, number 66, Zach Tibbetts. And rounding out the batting order in left field, number 11, Sebastian Bravo. Also, please make welcome manager Stu Miller, third base coach Dave Sims, first base coach Darren King. Ladies and gentlemen, the Adelaide Marlins. And now let's welcome the home team for this gold medal match, the Wanneroo Giants. Leading off, playing catcher, number 9, Quinn Fatai. Batting 2, the starting pitcher, number 11, Cooper Barber. Doing the warm-ups. Batting 3, number 25, playing shortstop, Chase Benjamin. Batting 4, playing third base, number 22, Blake Thompson. Batting 5, centre fielder, number 99, Harry Wooden. Batting 6, number 37, Dylan Bandy. Batting 7, first base, number 23, Blake Sexton. Batting 8 in right field, number 6, Mitchell Elliott. Batting 9, number 27, Xavier DeHaas. Batting 10, number 7, Ben Hannon. Batting 11, starting at second base, number 10, Braden George. Batting 12, in left field, number 8, Jackson Elliott. And injured, but still very much part of this Wanneroo Giants team this week. Please make welcome number 15, Sebastian Beasley. And the coaches for the Wanneroo Giants, Coach Chris George, assistant coaches Greg Elliott and Dave Bandy. Ladies and gentlemen, the home team, the Wanneroo Giants. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, we ask that you please be upstanding. And please remove caps and etc. for the playing of our Australian national anthem. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Time to play ball. And if we could please have some staff assistants to remove the sound system.
On camera.
Well, good day, baseball fans. Welcome to the gold medal match of the 2023 Australian Junior League Championships, live from Diamond 1 of the Glenelg Baseball Club. You've seen the two teams introduced. Thank you for finding us here at ondemand.baseball.com.au. This is the culmination of a week of playing, but also months of training. This is the start of winter in Australia, June the 2nd, and these kids usually play for respective club teams during summer. And when that season is done, they then put expressions of interest and then get selected for charter baseball, which usually means a trip to state championships around the country. And the winners and runners-up of those make their way to the Nationals, and that's where we're here. So the winner today will be the Australian Junior League champion. And there's quite a prize at the end. They will get to be the Australian representative at the Junior League World Series in Taylor, Michigan. That will be in mid-August. Campbell Hodgetts is the lead-off hitter for the Marlins, and the gold medal match is underway with the ball. Cooper Barber is your starting pitcher at the first out. I'll go through the Giants, how they start defensively. Second pitch from Barber finds the strike zone. Cooper Barber, his third start. First start was against these very same Mariners. They've met once before. Wanneroo won 16-8, but the Marlins haven't lost since. They're at Wanneroo for that matter. Against the Marlins, Barber threw 37 pitches, 1 1/3 innings, as that is played towards shortstop. Benjamin with the pickup, the throw, and the first out. The fielding setup for Wanneroo in this gold medal match. Jackson Elliott starts in left field. Harry Wooden in centre field, and Mitch Elliott. The Elliots have got left and right field. Mitch Elliott, he's in right. Blake Thompson is at third base. Chase Benjamin, you saw in action there at shortstop. Braden George, second base. Black Sexton, first base. Quinn Fatai behind the plate. And Cooper Barber has pitching duties. Right now, Harlan King, who's been walked 5 times, has an on-base percentage of .313, has scored 5 runs this tournament, which is now, for these two teams, into its 5th. No, it's 6th and final game. They played their 5th this morning. Both semi-final winners. Marlins over Cronulla. The Giants over the Adelaide Seahawks, as there's the first strikeout by Barber. Both teams from Pool B. The Wanneroo are unbeaten. And they come to this tournament with some pedigree. The defending Intermediate League champions. This same group of players, all bar 2, part of that Intermediate League National Championship team from Mildura last year, where they went undefeated and down a ride in the championship game. Owen Kuzner at the plate. Swings to a pitch, and that should be an 0-2 count. Ring-a-ding-ding. Strike 2, out 3. Marlins go down in order. It will be Wanneroo up to hit for the first time in the gold medal match after the break. You're watching the Australian Junior League Championship game. Welcome back. Gold medal match, 2023 Australian Junior League Championships at ondemand.baseball.com.au. Earlier today, the Mariners took 5th spot, defeating Brisbane Metro 8-2. The Rangers took 7th spot, defending Ryde 6-2. As we speak, there's a game on Diamond 2 between the Adelaide Seahawks and Cronulla. That is for the bronze medal. This is the gold medal game. Marlins went down in order. It's Wanneroo's time to hit. Quinn Fatai is the lead-off hitter. He has an OPS of 988 and has scored 12 runs in 5 games this tournament. He'll face Lachlan Jessup, the starting pitcher. Fatai hits that foul and is down 0-2 in the count. Jessup used once, the starter on Wednesday against Ryde. Went 1 1/3 innings, 34 pitches, 1 hit, 1 run. It wasn't earned. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. You can see why he's got the gig for the gold medal game. One, 2 count. First batter up for the Giants this afternoon. High pitch, counts 2-2. Right down King William Street. And that's a strikeout to get things underway for Jessup. Now one of the most dangerous hitters in the tournament, Cooper Barber, averaging .571, slugging .929, OPS 1,595, 6 RBIs, 6 runs, 8 hits, 5 doubles. And he's the starting pitcher as well in this match. Going to be a busy lad, a key component should the Giants, this group, make it 2 undefeated seasons, 2 national championships. If you include the injured Sebastian Beasley, they've got a squad of 13. 11 of the 13 won in Mildura last year. Blake Sexton was here as an underager at the juniors last year in Glenelg. At least he knows where all the good spots are in town. As Barber puts that one, as he found the gap. Yes, he has. It's going to be a 6th 2-bagger in this tournament. Hit number 9. Extra base hit number 6. And he stands tall at second base, Cooper Barber. So the Marlins went 1-2-3. Cooper is the first player on base in this gold medal match. He's in scoring position. Chase Benjamin, the only player not part of Wanneroo's squad somewhere last year, I'm pretty sure, has 6 RBI. Chance to add to that here if he can find a gap and get Barber home. You see Barber on the right-hand side of your screen. An 0-1 count on Benjamin. Barber's off to third. Bouncy ball will get there uncontested and might even try for home. Play at the plate's going to get him. He's out. Well, you got to be bold to win. And it was a great play by Jessup to get to the plate quickly. Although initially, once you saw Barber turn, it was a race for home. Quick throw right there. Yep, got him. Barber might say, what about the right arm? But umpire right there on the spot. So, bases cleared. An early moment going the way of the Mariners. And now it's Benjamin. A count. What do we got for a count? Okay, we'll wait. Might be 3-0 is my prediction. No, 2-1. Oh well. Bottom of the first, 2 out, 2-1 count. Now, usually, I take time to try and go through what clubs these players are from. Initially, Wanneroo club was part of the Northern Metros that had great success, particularly at intermediate league level. And then Wanneroo became so big, they've got a charter all to themselves. Whoa! And if that is a walk, and if Barber was sitting on 30, he'd be home right now. But can't second guess, got to get back out there and go again. So, this inning ain't over yet. 2 outs. Blake Thompson, Tommy Twos. It's apparently the nickname. No explanation came with it. On base percentage 611. Averaging 364. 4 hits this tournament with 2 doubles. If you're fairly new to this form of the game, usually you get on first. The next aim is to get to second. Success rate if you get a good jump is usually pretty good. So there's a pitch right down King William Street, 0-1. It's interesting that the Giants start with Barber, a pitcher that Marlins saw day one. They can remember back that far. The Marlins have gone with someone different in Jessup. That was a Marlins Wanneroo was the opening game for both sides. Scheduled to be on Monday. All the Monday's games became Tuesday and everything went back a day, and Thursday and Friday got compressed into today. That's a solid hit out to centre field and is through. This could well be the first run. No, held up is Benjamin. Thompson has a stand-up double. His 3rd double of the day, of the tournament, sorry. And with 2 out, Wanneroo Giants have a player in Jace Benjamin, who is a base away from opening the scoring in this gold medal match. Harry Wooden, Starburst is one of his nicknames. On base 444, averaging 286. 4 hits, has had 6 RBIs. There's 4 Giants that lead the team with 6 RBIs. For Ty, Barber, Benjamin, and the man at the plate, Harry Wooden. Steps inside, pass ball. This should be the first run of the gold medal game. Benjamin scores. It's 1-0 Giants. Some big 2-out action. 2-out runs, absolutely gold. Jessup was there, but the ball generally, if it gets past, untouched, the catcher, it's a long way back to the fence and there ain't much of a ricochet. The grass by the fence, by the on-field standards, is pretty long, so it doesn't come back. Catcher's got to go a long way to get it. By the time they do, it's pretty much a given base. That's a walk. So all of a sudden, after the initial strikeout, the last 4 Giants have got on, and one of them has scored. Blake Thompson sits at third. Harry Wooden at first. It's Giants at the corners, a vacant second base. Dylan Bandy had 3 hits, 4 RBIs, 5 runs. Along with the 3 hits, he's been walked 5 times, so plenty of on-base action. His on-base percentage is .471. That's what you find in this tournament. Some players hit a lot, some players get walked a lot. Some do a fair bit of both. Down low, 3-0 count. And right now, Lachlan Jessup is just struggling a bit to find the strike zone, having dialed it in with the first at bat with Quinn Fatai. No mean feat. Fatai's only been struck out once coming into this tournament. That one is in the zone, 3-1. Wanneroo beat Adelaide on day 1, the Marlins 16-8. Backed it up straight away, beating the Ride Hawks in an intermediate league rematch of last year's gold medal game in Mildura, 14-9. Day 2, as that's put into play. And caught, that's the 3rd out. Taken by Owen Kuzner, but not before Wanneroo get on the board. 1 inning is in the books. Wanneroo lead it 1-0. Welcome back, top of the second here, gold medal match. Barber throws a first pitch strike, he threw 82% strikes in the first inning. 11 pitches, no hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Retired the Marlins 1-2-3. That means this is 4-5-6 for Adelaide. Tommy Bird, Theo McWhinney-Wong and Lachlan Jessup. Tommy Bird leads the team in slugging with 909 and runs with 7, and OPS with 1,597. You can see the PA on the helmet. He's from the Port Adelaide Magpies Baseball Club. Takes the strike looking. Third strikeout in a row for Cooper Barber, who is dialed up. Theo McWinnie-Wong, who made the winning catch at the bottom of the 7th in a nail-biter against Cronulla. At second base, had to go back and stretch, and the ball stuck. Into play. This is straight to third base. Blake Thompson, 2 away. Not sure if I got to do the Wanneroo defence. I'll do it again just in case. Blake, around the bases, I reckon I might have. Jackson Elliott left, Harry Wooden centre field, Mitch Elliott in right. Blake Thompson in action there at third base. Chase Benson shortstop, Braden George second base, Blake Sexton first base, Quinn Fatai behind the plate, and Cooper Barber 5 up, 5 down thus far. Lachlan Jessup, also from Port Adelaide, with 4 hits this tournament, 3 RBIs, 4 runs, been walked 3 times, averaging 308. As a team, the Marlins are around the 300 mark. Of the 4 semi-finalists, it scored 48 runs in their 4 pool games, average of 12 a game. Then won the 2-1 nail-biter in the semi. Tommy Bird's pitching had a fair deal to do with that. 2 out, 1-2 count. Cooper a strike away from retiring the first 6. You can see by the crowd, a day for the beanies and the be rugged up. Not unpleasant, just cool. As Jessup swings through, and that is strikeout number 4 for Barber. 6 up, 6 down for the Giants. Marlins trailed Wanneroo 1-0, and Wanneroo will be up to hit after the break. Welcome back. It'll be 7-8-9 for Wanneroo. Now, for those who haven't been watching the tournament much this year, Little League Baseball across the world made a bit of a change in terms of substitutions hitting-wise. If you got 12 in your lineup, you bat 1 to 12. Speaking of changes, the Marlins have just made one at left field. I know who's come out. That's Seb Bravo. So basically, let's say you got a group of Wanneroo have 12 with the injured Beasley as the 13th. Marlins have 13. 3 or 4 on the bench. They all have to come in field at some point during the game. They all get a bat because you bat all the way through. Got to admit, as someone who's had the worst score sheets back the other way, we used to sub players in, wait for the bus to come around again and sub them back out. This is a far better way. Not everybody likes it. The traditionalists say, well, you know, why have an extended squad and, you know, just go with your best and let them bat more. But from a logistics viewpoint, and I'm sure the scorers agree with me, much easier. Blake Sexton's got a 1-2 count, none on. The bottom of the second, Giants with a 1-run lead. Count goes to 2-2. There's another game underway, the bronze medal match between the Adelaide Seahawks and Cronulla. Both teams heading to bounce back after semi-final losses. We'll give you a score there in a sec, but here's a shot to Hodgetts, who's up for it at shortstop. Right, Adam just had to wait. The bounce true, as was the throw and catch. And you can see some of the good crowd that's gathered here. As you'd expect, a lot of the teams have finished, so there's two other games going on. I'll get to that in a sec. Adelaide and Cronulla, the Seahawks and Cronulla, both disappointed, lost their semis, have to bounce back, but now they play for a medal, and at the moment it's 0-0 after 2. The one other game that's on Diamond 3 that may finish after all of us, hope we don't leave before they're done, is between Canberra and the Eastern Phantoms. That's the 9th place playoff. So we know 5th is the Mariners, 6th is Brisbane Metro, 7 is the Rangers, 8 is the Ride Hawks. The top 4 spots, 9 and 10, are still to be determined. Jessup, he threw 29 pitches, which is a fair few in the first inning, but not huge. But Cooper Barber has thrown 2 innings, 23 pitches, 4 strikeouts. Looking solid there. Can the Giants make use of this opportunity to get some runs? 3-0 count left, 3-1. This is Mitch Elliott, wearing number 6, batting 9. As opposed to Jackson Elliott, who wears number 8 and is batting and is fielding 7. Two very look-alike twins, I believe, Mitch and Jackson. Mitch is walked. That is the 4th walk that Mitch has collected. His on-base percentage of 375 will nudge pretty close to 400 after that. So now it's 1 on with 1 out. Xavier De Haas, a.k.a. Bubbles. Given the name Bubbles, this is not his first rodeo in terms of tournaments, and he's had a little bit of a history of getting injured close to the tournament. And so the thing is, you know, wrap yourself up in bubble wrap so you get to the event. In the dirt, 2-0. For the moment, Elliott is at first. On deck, Paddy Hannon. Inside, 3-0. Not the first time Jessup's found himself in this position. Back-to-back walks. We're in the second. No more issues saving players for later. It's a case really at this point of what's left in the tank. And as suspected, there is going to be a little conference. Whether it's a chat or a change, we'll find out. But Marlins know that they'll worry about the 7th when they get there. They've just got to stop more runs in the second. Looks like it's a chat. Chance to go around the diamonds. Seahawks have scored first. We're through 2.5 on Diamond 2. Battle for bronze. Adelaide Seahawks just scored. Hopkins, the scorer for the Seahawks. The other game between Canberra
and the Eastern Phantoms is in the second. There is no score there as yet. That's on a 2-hour time limit. Be interesting to see which one of the three finishes first. No score there after one. Okay. Paddy Hannon, officially Benjamin, nicknamed Paddy. On base percentage 571. Has a hit. It was a double, but has been walked 7 times. Has scored 5 runs. Doesn't matter how you get on. It's what you do when you do. Two-0 count at the moment. The chat hasn't led to a change. Outside, oh sorry, inside. Outside for me, I'm on the other side of the plate. Inside for the batter. I think it might be a 3-0 count. That's a walk. It was. Back-to-back walks, and unfortunately for the Marlins, with 1 out, it's now loaded bases with Giants. This will be the second visit, and when it's the second visit, that's a change. So Braden George, who's waiting to come up for his first at-bat, is going to be waiting a little bit longer. Now, this is the second change. It has to be a change. I was about to say, no point really chatting about it. But Jessup got the tough gig to open up the gold medal game. Giving up 1 earned run at the moment, but there's 3 on base that are his responsibility. Who's coming on for looks like Kuzna. It is. Who closed. It's the one game I don't have up. Kuzna closed the semi-final. Making sure this time that the scorers are advised that Kuzna's pitching. A little bit of a drama in the semi-final. Didn't lead to anything, just created a stoppage and a discussion. And what happens is that now 2 different people generally tell the home plate umpire and the scorers simultaneously about changes. One of those time-saving measures, which ended up wasting about 3 or 4 minutes. Braden George, looking for his first hit, that's been walked 7 times, has an on-base percentage of 500. He gets on base, and if he does that, well, it's going to be a second Wanneroo run because there's nowhere to put him at the moment on a 1-1 count. Count is 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure. It is, because that's a strikeout. So change of pitcher, change of fortunes. First strikeout for Kuzna. So that's a big 2-out. Takes the sacrifice out of the option. Now we're at the number 12 batter, Jackson Elliott, Jacko. 300 average, 500 on base percentage. Here's the thing I want you to know about the Giants. They're such an even team. On-base percentage, that's the one you really got to look at more than average at this level with the number of walks that the teams take. The worst on-base percentage for Wanneroo in their 5 games is 375, Mitch, and he's walked, so that'll go up to about 400. There's only 2 players coming into this game with an on-base percentage south of 400, and they've both been walked, so they're probably in the 400s. That's staggering as a team. Speaking of walks, there's another one, and there's your run. Mitchell Elliott. Jackson Elliott worked the walk. Brother Mitchell scores the second run. A big 2-out run there worth gold. Wanneroo double their lead to 2. Back to the top of the order, Quinn Fatai. He struck out first. He won't stay off the bases long. OPS 988, slugging 462, 4 hits, 5 walks. Better be a few hit by pitches as well because he scored 12 runs. 6 batted in. Oh, and 2 count though. Kuzner trying to get one more strike. Instead of play to Hodgetts. Who makes the catch? A web gem for the gold medal match. Campbell Hodgetts. Watch this on the replay, folks. Someone dial up ESPN. Across the body. I thought for a sec he'd slipped. The little slip made it look more spectacular. And that's huge. Without that catch, that's 2 more Wanneroo runs. Just saved. 2 innings are in the books and Wanneroo changes coming up. Be back with the third. Hope you're enjoying the gold medal match of the Australian Junior League Championships. Live from Glenelg on demand.baseball.com.au.
Ready, ladies? All right, I've got Dylan Bandy bench to 3. Blake Sexton 3 to bench. Xavier DeHaas bench to 7. Ben Hannon bench to 4. And then 4 to bench, 7 to bench. Thank you.
Top of the third. Marlins with some work to do, trailing by 2. Still early days. It's a scheduled 7-inning contest, but they've got to work out what to do with Cooper Barber. 2 innings, 23 pitches. His strike percentage is in the 70s. No hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Marlins at the moment have got to try and get someone on. It's going to be 7, 8, 9. Harvey Cox, Colin Taifui and Archie Carmen as the next 3 up. And that is strikeout number 5 for Barber of 7 outs. A fielding change. Jackson Elliott comes to the bench and Xavier DeHaas moves into left field. Ben Hannon comes to second base for Braden George. Dylan Bandy comes to first base for Blake Sexton. So Wanneroo have got in early. All 3 of their bench, well, started on the bench, are now on the diamond. So one less thing that they have to worry about, besides maybe substituting some back in this game. at the knees and a strike. 1 and 2. Kai and Tafui, the panda from Port Adelaide. A rare miss from Barber. 1 out, no one on. Marlins a 2-run deficit. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6. Those that have been following the Giants and even the Marlins in recent times would
Can I
know.
just confirm 33? Thank you.
Would know that when you get a strikeout after a strikeout, it opens up what I call a kinning if you can get the third one without anyone getting on. Nothing but strikeout, strikeout, strikeout in the inning. But it's Archie Carmen who's batting 9 but has an average of 750. 9 hits, including a key one today in the semi-final against Cronulla. 9 from 12, also a couple of walks. See the man to break this stranglehold Barber has on the contest. Well, if nothing else, Carmen is ahead in the contest here with a 2-0 count. And he's laced that out, but is it straight to right field? It's caught by Elliott. Which one? That was Mitch in right field. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the third. The Giants up to hit, leading 2 runs to 0.
Tibbetts for Jessup. Straight swap.
Welcome back, bottom of the third. Giants with a 2-0 lead, the gold medal game. Coming up for this is Cooper Barber. We already told you his video game number stats. He's doing it on the mound right now. Doubled, was caught trying to steal home. Foul down left field line. Well, Bravo's back in left field. Wilton is in right field. Bird, hang on, stay tuned. Bird is at third base. Tibbetts has moved into second base. Hodgetts did a masterful job to collect that, then fumbled it at the opportune moment. On his knees, could he have thrown out from there? Unlikely. I think he did pretty well just to stop it. But however it's going to be scored, Barber is on base. Tell you in the bronze medal game, 3 are in the books. It's 1 apiece, but I think Seals have just scored top of the 4th. And Barber is given a signal, which is his 6th hit. No, 7th hit. No, let me get that right. He's 10 from 15. 10 hits in a tournament of 5 and a bit games. That's phenomenal. Means pretty much he's averaged, getting close to averaging 2 hits a game. Speaking of Barber, he's off to second and is there with time to spare. So it's not out. Giants have a player in scoring position. They're just very efficient. They're experienced as well. Mentioned just 2 of these teams weren't part of the Intermediate League winners, and they got to go to Livermore, California, play the Intermediate League World Series, and then they're back for more here in Australia. That's a lot of experience. And if they do get the win and go to Taylor, Michigan, they could be one of the most experienced teams at that tournament. Mr. Ball Barber needs no excuse. He's at third. 2-2 count with none out. It's looking ominous for the Marlins in terms of run number 3, because the Giants have 3 outs to try and work out a way to get Barber 1 base. Fouled. So and Kuzner rings up a pretty critical strike on Benjamin, who was walked and scored last time up. That is Kuzner's second strike out. Blake Thompson, who doubled, which I think is what scored Benjamin in the first, is up to hit. So this is the 7th tournament of Junior League. The first 3 were won by Sydney Charters. Then it was the Northern Metros in 2019. No tournament in 2020. 2021 was the Ride Hawks. There was just no overseas trip at that time. 2022 was the Eastern Phantoms, who went undefeated. So New South Wales teams have won 4. WA teams have won 2. South Australia have not recorded a win here. Grounded to Hodgetts, who held, play at the plate, third Wanneroo 1. So Hodgetts did the right thing in checking off third base, then got the out that was there, but brilliantly played by Barber. See, there's the look, the hold, there's the throw. Right, now we need another good throw. And even if that throw was bang on the money, I reckon Barber was there. Don't quite get the view of when Barber took off. Well, you can see he's standing up by the time the ball arrived. So it is 3-0 Wanneroo. Bases are cleared of Giants. That was the second out. Williams swings at a wild one, gets struck out. Third strikeout to Kuzner, but not before. Wanneroo have scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Methodically and efficiently, they're building themselves a buffer in this gold medal match. The Australian Junior League Championships, live at ondemand.baseball.com.au. Well, here's something you don't see every day. A sub. Well, that's pretty normal in Little League Baseball, but a 1 to 2, 2 to 1. Catcher becomes pitcher. Pitcher becomes catcher. We'll give you the outstanding numbers for Cooper Barber in a sec. On Queen Fatai, its second outing, he pitched the opening game against the Marlins. 2 2/3, 51 pitches, no hits, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. Little bit of a conference happening here with the home plate umpire, Adelaide Marlins coach, and our tournament director, which usually means some interpretation of the rules, getting a clarification. There's some of the crowd here. There's some of the Rangers who had a win today, enjoying this gold medal match. Let's hope you are at ondemand.baseball.com.au. Further discussion occurring between tournament director and Wanneroo coaching now. Chris George. This looks like it's going to mean some sort of an adjustment. We'll try and find out what's going on. Well, there's a game on, always a bit of fun to do. Harvey Cox. We're at the top of the fourth. At the moment, the Marlins are just trying to get on. Long shot, well caught by Harry Wooden. Fly to centre field. That was Jack Wilson at the plate, aka Dingo from East Torrens. Now it's from Port Adelaide, Riley Halupka. One out, no one on. Swing and a miss. Okay. That's got me even more confused. Anyway, we'll keep rolling. As are the Giants. 2-1 count here on Halupka. He struck out. Strikeout number 1 for so the first 11 of the Marlins. And a reminder, this is the team that put 8 on Wanneroo in game 1, lost 16 to 8, but still scored 8, and have scored 48 runs in pool play. Right now, struggling to find base. Zach Tibbo from Golden Grove Central District, the Dodgers. Sees that one bounce, 1-1 count. Looking pretty cruisy for Wanneroo at the moment, but it's only 3 runs and games can change on a dime. As Fatai is a strike away from having the Giants retire 12, the first 12 in a row, and there it is. Far out. 2 strikeouts to Fatai, 3 up, 3 down in the fourth, 12 up, 12 down in this ball game. At the moment, it looks like 3 runs might as well be 30, but game can change on a dime. Don't ring the engraver just yet.
Got king to 7 and Bravo down. Thank you.
Welcome back. Harlan King comes in to field at left field, which I think leaves 1 player left. There was a pretty quick interchange at left, which I'm trying to pick up, but not having the greatest of luck with that. So back to the ball game. Right now, all the momentum is with the defending Intermediate League champs. Dylan Bandy flew out to right to end the first. He's back in the fourth, to be followed by Blake Sexton and Mitchell Elliott. Wanneroo haven't had a big inning, but they've scored a run every inning. Dylan Bandy, Kuzna's 4th strikeout victim. So Kuzna up to about 32 pitches, just 1 hit, 1 run, wasn't earned. I think he's got 4 strikeouts and the 1 walk. So he's settled the farm a little bit. But pitching is not really the issue here for the Marlins. It's getting on base when they're at the plate. For that, we'll have to wait to the top of the 5th to see if the Marlins can rectify something. Right now, it's keeping the damage to deficit to 3 runs. Wanneroo, another run here, and it starts to get difficult. Blake Sexton, who ground out to short in the second, deemed to have swung on that occasion, down 1-2 count with 1 out. Was this in play to McWhinney Wong? To Tibbetts, who's at first. 2 away. Chance here for the Marlins to do what they haven't been able to do so far this game, and that is retire Wanneroo 1-2-3. Mitch Elliott, who has a walk and scored the 2nd run. So since Kuzna's come in, a walk, a single, but has retired the last 6 in order, including 5 strikeouts. That gives the Marlins still some hope, but they trail by 3. 4 are in the books. The 5th is coming up. The gold medal match of the Australian Junior League Championships, live from Glenelg, on demand.baseball.com.au.
Just a couple of the starters coming back in. We got 3 to bench. Blake Sexton back to 3. 7 to bench. And Jackson Elliott back to 7.
Order 42. 41. Thanks.
Welcome back. Top of the 5th. Can the Marlins get on base? That's step 1. They've reached their number 13 hitter in Seb Bravo. Then they'll go back to the top of the order. Vitae in that last inning through 12 pitches struck out 2. Make that struck out 3. This is a phenomenal pitching, and on the rare occasions, defensive effort. We haven't had a kinning. There's been 2 strikeouts every inning in the first 4. We had a ground out second, fly out, and the third fly out in the 4th. So when needed, on the rare occasion when needed, the fielding's been 100%. Back to Campbell Hodgetts from Port Adelaide, the Magpies. The strike makes it go to 1-1. There are a couple of other games going on as it's a 2-1 count. Into the 4th on Diamond 3, the battle for 9th, Canberra and the Phantoms locked 0-0. And top of the 5th, Seahawks lead 2-1. Has this found the gap? It is! And the Marlins are on base. Hodgetts with his 3rd hit of the tournament. Is that the spark that the Adelaide Marlins needed? It's come with 1 out. Arlen King Hazy from the Red Sox of East Torrens struck out in the 1st. He's got on base, walked 5 times. The 6th would be handy here. He's trying his hand at some bunting. Little bunt play. Does the job. There's a steal attempt of 3rd. That is sensational heads-up play from Hodgetts. He realised that the bunt was picked up by the 3rd baseman. So who's on 3rd? No Giant. 3rd base open. Hodgetts takes it. There's your 3rd baseman. The only one at 3rd was the Marlins coach, and he ain't got a glove. So, suddenly with 1 out, the Marlins are a base away from getting the 1st run, the first step back into this ball game. And it's Kuzner with a big hit. Will it drop? No, it's a catch. Sensational grab And with that, that was the third out. No run scored. Well, it got exciting for a sec, but it remains 3-0. Let's have a look. Is this the second great catch to Mitch Elliott? I reckon it is. Yeah. Nothing easy about those. Nothing easy about those. All right, 3-0. Giants coming up to hit a real chance to build possibly an unattainable lead coming up at the bottom of the fifth. Sorry, Lloyd in Mildura, we put a microphone on.
Luke 7 thing. Luke 7 thing out. Gamble.
Just letting you know what we did. Call what we do. Yep. Bottom of the fifth. It's just me, or is this game flying along? It's actually 4.5. We've clicked about an hour, 10 minutes of game time. So what's happening elsewhere? There's two other games. Bottom of the fifth, Cronulla are batting last if they need to. They trail the Seahawks 2-1. Diamond 3, top of the fourth, 2-hour limited game, which will probably finish after this is finished. Canberra and the Phantoms 0-0. Usually we try and get all the games done before the championship, but the condensed schedule did not allow. This has been a wonderful job. Sat here lunchtime Monday, having just cancelled day one, thinking, gee, we're actually going to get everything in. Amazingly, it's worked. All that's left now is to crown a winner. And at the moment, Wanneroo Giants are in pole position. 9, 10, 11 in their lineup. Xavier De Haas, Benjamin Hannon, Braden George. Kuzner's come in and gets his 6th strikeout. He's allowed just the one earned run. A single from Cooper Barber, who's, let's face it, no one's been able to stop today. Ben Hannon, Paddy, walked in the second. Part of that 4 walks and 5 at-bats that gave Wanneroo their second run. Hannon swings through 1 and 2. No one on, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth. Marlins at the moment have 6 outs to do something about this 3-run deficit. If they can hold Wanneroo here, and they got the first 2. Kuzner's got strikeout, is on a Kinning. What's a Kinning? It is striking out, and striking out. The opposite of a sombrero. For a pitcher, it's a good thing if you get it. Braden George, who was Kuzner's first strikeout victim, is up. George swung at a slightly higher pitch, fouled, 0-2. Kuzner a pitch away from this Kinning. It would be, well, he's retired the last 8 in a row. But not on that pitch. That's inside for a ball. Pulled by the hanging curve. And that is a kitting to Kuzner. Half inning brought to you by the letter K. Let's have a look. This was a Zach Greinke kind of slow pitch. Oh, we got the really slow motion replay. Thought about it. You can see it's right down the edge of that square. Kuzner knows he's got a kitting in the books. Is that hold and the way that he's slowed up the runs, is it enough for Adelaide Marlins to get back? They're running out of outs.
Hannon and George swapping bench to 4 to bench.
Yeah, still talking. It's okay. Just wanted to do a score update. Once you got a break. 0-0, Canberra and Phantoms. That is 4 in the books, I believe. Or bottom of the 4th at least. Cronulla trailing by 1, bottom of the 5th. They're hitting. Trailing 2-1. Earlier today, Mariners beat Brisbane Metro. Mariners finished 5th, Brisbane Metro 6th. And the Rangers beat Ryde. Rangers finishing 7th, Ryde 8th. You can see the strong breeze coming in from the east as it has through most of the week. Down in the distance there, the lights. Just thinking, is that the Diamond Sports Complex? No, it's going the wrong way. Yeah, it's not. Not that far from West Beach, home of the Giants. So this is the meat of the Marlins lineup in the 6th. This is where you think they got to try and get it done. 4, 5, 6, Tommy Bird, Theo McWinney-Wong, Lachlan Jessup. If Quinn Fatai can work his way through here without conceding a run, the Giants have got one hand on the trophy. One hand on the big pennant that they get to show off. 2-1 count. Put into play by Bird. And so for the first time, Bird is just the second Marlin on base. First lead off. Hodgett's got to 3rd, but Marlins run out of outs. And of course, it's 3 runs they need, so they need a couple more to get on. The Theo McWinney-Wong been a great part of the Marlins championship game surge after losing to Wanneroo. And that would have been a bit off-putting day 1, 16-8. Bounce back. Next day to beat Ryde 10-4. Canberra 14-0. And then the critical one to get in against the Mariners. They won 16-6. And all of those games, bar the first one, they really did get better as the game went along. They'll need to do that here to give themselves even half a chance. So 1-0 count on the East Torrens Red Sox. He's been absolutely stellar at second base, and when called on to pitch has done his job. So head 2-0 in the count. Pass ball, pass bar. I reckon that's the first one he's let pass that's caused any drama. I can tell you Jackson Elliott's come back into left field for Xavier De Haas. And George is back in for Ben Hannon. And Sexton is back in for Dylan Bandy. So I think Wanneroo, having done the subs they needed, have re-subbed everybody that went out back in. And now have what they consider their starting lineup in action for the rest of this gold medal game. The cheer is for a 3rd straight ball. A chance for the first time today for the Marlins to get 2 on base at the same time. Back to back even. That's the first walk. And that is the first walk given up by a Wanneroo pitcher. For Ty and Barber will come and have a chat, as they've done quite often through their charter journey. Now, Lachlan Jessup is not here. There was some conjecture about that before with something in the lineup. So Jessup doesn't get an appearance here. It's Harvey Cox. Not sure if that's recorded as an out. But it definitely is Harvey Cox next up. So I had Jessup striking out at the end of the second. Harvey Cox with a 1-1 count, fouled 1 and 2. Just need someone to collect the foul ball. Any ball that lands in foul territory has to be collected and removed, lest a player accidentally step on it. 1 and 2 count on Cox. Struck out. Now, is that 1 out or 2? That's going to be the question, depending on how Jessup's at-bat is handled. 4 strikeout. 4. Quid for Ty. Colin Tafui. Panda from Port Adelaide. Struck out. Quick chat again. These two have played baseball together all over the country and already all over the world, with maybe one more long trip 5 outs away. Tafuri looks at the first pitch, strike. Tommy Bird sits at second. McWhinney Wong at first. What they really want is something to get past Barber, and he's letting little pass at the moment. 1-1 with 1 out, I think. 1 out. Cronulla have tied it 2-2 against the Seahawks. Bronze medal match. Oh, and there's the throw. Would have been interesting what would have happened had Bird not been on his knees at the time. Would he have tried to scamper home? Tommy realised he made the call. Wasn't going to get home. Down low. Barber keeps it in front of him. 3-1 count. Chance for the Marlins to load the bases. So you think about it. Tafui represents the potential tying run if he can get on. Which he can. This will wake up the local crowd, which surprisingly has a majority of Marlins fans here, given this tournament is in Adelaide. Plenty of the other teams that aren't playing at the moment also having a look-see. Got a whole bunch of the Brisbane Metro kids behind me at the moment. So now, probably for the first time today, the Marlins are exerting some pressure on Wanneroo. What I'm just not sure, because I can't find it anywhere in the game changer. Admittedly, it's hard to look at that whilst you're calling a game. It's what the story with Jessup is. Is that the second out or is it just one out? Archie Carmen, the hottest hitter for the Marlins, is up. Flew out to right field. It's not about getting a run, although that's handy. It's a 3-run deficit. Solid shot. It's going to land. The Marlins are on the board with 1 run. Here comes the second. It's a 1-run gold medal match. A 2 RBI single to the Marlins' hottest hitter, Archie Carmen. That is hit number 10 this tournament. The first double, and what a time to get it. RBIs 4 and 5. The tying run is at second. A potential leading run is at first. It's 3-2. Jack Wilton's shot is a force out, is it? Must be a catch. Let's have a quick look at that. Just got stuck behind a piece of wire. Yeah, that's a catch. What threw me was the initial tag, and I think, hang on, is that then a force out if it hit the ground? But no, it's a catch. That's 2 out. Okay, so we've worked out that it's 2 out. Can the Wanneroo Giants maintain their 1-run ascendancy? Jack Wilton flew out to centre. Hang on, that was... Give me a moment. Wilton was the one who lined out. This is Halapka. So it's Tafui at second. After the walk, there's the strikeout. It's all happening. That is it for the Marlins in the 6th. After Quinn Fatai gets his 5th strikeout, but not before Adelaide have come right back into this ball game. 2 runs. It's Wanneroo by 1. They come up to hit in the middle of, at the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back. Insurance time for the Wanneroo Giants in the gold medal match. Jackson Elliott. Takes a first pitch strike. Kuzna working his way through another innings. He's thrown 3 2/3, 59 pitches, just 1 hit, 1 run not earned, 8 strikeouts and a walk. 1-1 count. That is put up. It's going to be in the field of play and taken by Tommy Bird in foul territory. One away. So for the third time today, it's going to be Quinn Fatai, who hasn't got on base, which is unusual. Cooper Barber on deck. Fatai struck out, line drive straight to Hodgetts at shortstop. Takes the first pitch strike. Two and one count. Fouled away, 2-2. One out, no one on. Put up, McWhinney goes back. He's a tall lad. When he puts that up that arm, it's quite the wingspan. Not quite the same, but a little bit similar to the final out to beat Cronulla to get to this game. So 2 out. Cooper Barber has had 2 hits, a double and a single. Could have had a run. He was caught trying to steal home on a pass ball. He tried to take 2 bases at once. I reckon it's 1-1. Yep, 1-1 is the count. 1-2, okay. The Marlins a strike away from going to the top of the 7th, chasing 1. Strikeout number 9 for Kuzna. And we are through 6 of a 7-inning contest. The equation from here is quite simple. If Wanneroo can get 3 outs and Marlins don't score, they are the Junior League champions. If the Marlins score 1, it goes to the bottom of the 7th, tied up. If the Marlins score 2 or more, then Wanneroo will be chasing at the bottom of the 7th. This may be our last break between inning. I want to say a couple of thank yous, personally myself to Baseball Australia, Sean Buddy in particular, looking after myself and my wife, especially in Mildura in the last week, and for having the trust and the faith to let me loose on the mic. Want to thank the Spacequake sports team that bring you all the pictures and vision, Fex Mike, even connect me up. Special recognition to Shane, who's our first base operator, has been here the entire week. His first baseball games, you would not know. That's his camera right there at the moment. Shane, a wonderful effort, mate. On the ball follow, up in the heights, under the veranda here, David, Simon and Carl. And in production, David Muggleton, Spacequake Sports Boss. G'day, David, if you're watching. Mitchell and today's producer, Brandon. Thanks one and all for their stellar work. Thanks to, on a personal note, all the EOs and team managers who've had me come up and harass them for team sheets, all the umpires who have a big week. Even today on the reduced schedule, still 27 games to officiate. That's a lot of pitches. But now, attention turns to this diamond. Diamond 1. A field of dreams for one of these teams. The winner of this game going to the gold medal match for the Marlins. It's going to be 12, 13 and 1. Zach Tippett's will be first. Seb Bravo, Campbell Hodgetts to follow. Quinn Vitae pitched 3 innings, 49 pitches, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. It's behind in the count, 2 and 1. Very quickly around the grounds. Give you a score update. 9th place playoff diamond 3s. There's a strike, 2 and 2. Bottom of the 5th, Canberra and the Eastern Phantoms tied 1 apiece. Top of the 6th, Seattle and Cronulla tied 2 apiece. This is the blowout. It's a 1-1 game. It's a 2-2 count with no one on. Marlins need 1 run to force a bottom of the 7th. And they've got the potential tying run on base in Zach Tippett's. The last 3 outs in baseball. Number of times I've seen chaos ensue in this situation as the pressure builds. Now it's Seb Bravo, who struck out 2 for tie as the first out in the 5th. Do you concede an out to advance the runner? Can you execute that if you decide to do it? He tries the bunt. That's what he's trying to do. That's the first out. Does the job. Tibbetts is on second. The tying run in scoring position. You notice on this occasion, left field moved to third base after Hodgetts' play, which didn't result in a run, but here he is now. We're actually at a 1-pitch warning. A double play, as rare as it would be with first base open and the runner on second, but a double play would give Wanneroo the championship. 0-1 count on Hodgetts. Fouls. He's down 0-2, and I reckon he's collected himself on the way. That toe is going to be an interesting shade of purple tonight. Chance for everyone to take a breath. It's 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run ball game. There's Tibbetts, front of your screen. And Hodgetts strikes out. And Wanneroo are an out away. Brandon, 2 outs. Comes to Harlan King, who sacrificed in the 5th, struck out in the 1st. The adrenaline on for Ty, that was a bit high, a bit outside. One, 2 out. Second strike. The Giants are a strike away from the Australian National Junior League Championship. And they've got it for Ty. The strikeout, the gloves are in the air. And for the second straight year, Wanneroo have won it all again. The Intermediate League champions from Mildura last year are going back to the States, to Taylor, Michigan, as the 2023 Australian Junior League champions. Unbeaten in 2022 in Mildura, unbeaten in 2023 in Adelaide. For the Marlins, well, they made it tight all the way down to the last at-bat. Took him a couple of innings to get back into the game. Wanneroo built a buffer. That proved enough. And there it is. I know just about all of them have passports. Last year it was Livermore, California. With that experience, who knows what they can do in Taylor, Michigan. All of us wish them the best as we see that final strikeout. So normally the gold medal match winds it up. Not quite the case here, which means the presentations might be a little while because 4 teams are still to finish up, which means we will finish up pretty shortly. I know on behalf of Baseball Australia, they would want to thank Baseball South Australia, who've had lots of weather challenges this week, but Yang, tournament director, and his crew have been outstanding to get these fields up and playable, especially early in the week. Thanks to the Glenelg Baseball Club, who for the 2nd straight year find themselves as hosts of this event on short notice. And they've got a wonderful facility here for this kind of tournament. I want to say personal thanks to all the families and friends, parents in particular, who do a lot of hard yards to make this event possible, time-wise, financially-wise. It helps make for a great event. All the players, from what we've seen here, some great baseball, and even on the odd occasion when it wasn't so great, played with lots of heart and a great spirit. Just checking the other scores. Seahawks and Cronulla 2 apiece. Phantoms lead Canberra in the 6th 3-1. You can go to Game Changer, baseball.com.au website to find out those final results. But here in the gold medal match, it was Wanneroo defeating the Adelaide Marlins 3-2. I think that wraps it up. My name is Phil Hurd, and thanks for watching. Senior League won by Ryde, Intermediate League Brisbane North, Junior League, there they are, the Wanneroo Giants. All that's left now on the Nationals charter schedule is the big one, or the little one. The Little League Nationals with Division 2 as well from Blacktown in Sydney. Make sure you check that out at ondemand.baseball.com.au. Until then, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thanks for a great week.